Mohamed Salah walks casually along the pavement, dressed in a simple hoodie and jeans, blending seamlessly into the everyday crowd. Mohamed Salah is one of the greatest footballers in the world, a legend on the field. But today, he wasn't a football star. Today, someone mistook him for an ordinary delivery guy. What happened next was truly unexpected. Have you ever mistaken someone famous for an ordinary person? Tell us in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing stories. A sleek black car pulls up in front of an upscale apartment complex. The headlights cut through the dim evening light as the vehicle comes to a smooth halt. The doors unlock with a soft click, and Mohamed Salah steps out, dressed in a simple hoodie and jeans, a small package in his hand. Mohamed Salah, one of the world's greatest footballers, isn't one for extravagance. He prefers a quiet life, away from unnecessary attention. But today, a simple misunderstanding would change everything. Camera follows Salah as he walks toward the grand entrance of the building. The automatic glass doors slide open, revealing a lobby bathed in warm golden lighting. The floor gleams with polished marble, reflecting the towering chandelier overhead. Residents pass through, engaged in quiet conversations, their designer outfits and expensive accessories blending seamlessly into the luxurious setting. Behind the reception desk, a young woman scrolls through her phone, barely glancing up as Salah steps inside. The hum of faint classical music plays in the background. Salah walks toward the elevator, waiting patiently. Just then, a tall man in a sharply tailored suit approaches. His presence commands attention. Mr. Wilkins, a well-known businessman, with an air of arrogance that matches his wealth. He takes one glance at Salah, noting his casual attire and the package in his hand. Wilkins, smirking, dismissive. "Ah, you must be the new delivery guy. Took you long enough. The package is for my office, 12th floor. Just leave it at the reception." The receptionist finally looks up, momentarily curious about the exchange but saying nothing. The room falls silent for a brief moment. Salah, calm and composed, glances at Mr. Wilkins with a slight smile, his expression unreadable. Salah doesn't argue. He doesn't correct the man. Instead, he nods and steps forward, pressing the elevator button. Salah could have revealed the truth right then. He could have laughed and told Mr. Wilkins exactly who he was. But instead, he chose silence. He chose patience. Because soon enough, the truth would reveal itself in a way no one expected. The elevator doors slide open, revealing a sleek, mirrored interior. Salah steps inside, pressing the button for the 12th floor. Just before the doors close, Mr. Wilkins steps in as well, adjusting his suit and exhaling loudly. The air inside the elevator is thick with awkwardness. Salah leans casually against the wall, while Mr. Wilkins stands stiffly, eyeing him as if debating whether to continue the conversation. Wilkins chuckles, shaking his head. "So, which company do you work for? You guys always show up late." Salah glances at him, his face unreadable. Instead of responding, he simply raises an eyebrow, a faint smile playing at the corners of his lips. He lets the silence linger, allowing Mr. Wilkins to fill the space with his own assumption. The elevator dings, signaling their arrival. As the doors slide open, they step into a lavish hallway, the walls lined with elegant light fixtures and polished wooden doors. Wilkins, gesturing towards an office door at the end of the hall. "Just leave it on the desk inside." Salah walks forward, entering the spacious office. His eyes scan the modern space, dark leather chairs, a massive glass desk, and an entire wall dedicated to framed memorabilia. His gaze lingers on a particular set of photographs, signed jerseys, action shots from famous football matches, and, right in the center, a framed portrait of himself, Mohamed Salah, mid-game, his signature scribbled across the image. Salah tilts his head slightly, amusement flickering in his eyes. He turns back toward Wilkins, who remains oblivious, tapping away on his phone. Mohamed Salah, casual, with a slight smirk. "You seem to be a football fan. Who's your favorite player?" Wilkins lets out a short laugh, waving his hand dismissively. Wilkins, rolling his eyes. "Oh, I don't have time for football, but I know Salah. Guy's pretty famous. You look a little like him, actually." He chuckles at his own joke, completely unaware of the irony. Salah crosses his arms, his smirk widening just slightly. Mohamed Salah, amused, raising an eyebrow. "Oh really? Do I?" The scene lingers, the tension thick with unspoken realization. The office remains silent except for the faint hum of the air conditioning. Salah casually leans against the desk, looking at Mr. Wilkins, who is still obliviously typing away on his phone. Salah glances once more at the framed photo of himself on the wall, his smirk growing. He decides to push the conversation a little further. Mohamed Salah calmly, teasing. Salah must be a great player if you've got his picture in your office. Wilkins finally looks up, raising an eyebrow at Salah's words. He follows his gaze to the framed photograph but still doesn't put the pieces together. Wilkins, shrugging. Yeah, sure. He's alright, I guess. My clients love him, so it makes sense to have his picture up. Salah chuckles softly, shaking his head. He steps forward, tapping the frame lightly with his finger before turning back to Wilkins. Mohamed Salah, I think you should take a closer look. Wilkins sighs, finally giving in. He squints at the photograph, studying it for a moment. Then something shifts. His brows furrow, his expression slowly changing as realization dawns upon him. His eyes dart from the framed photo to Salah, back and forth, his face losing color. Wilkins, stammering, stunned. Wait a minute. No way. Salah simply smiles, waiting for him to finish the sentence. Wilkins, almost whispering, eyes wide. You're Mohamed Salah. The Mohamed Salah. Salah gives a small nod, his expression calm yet amused. Wilkins' jaw drops slightly. He stares at Salah, then down at the package still in his hands, as if trying to process what just happened. For the first time since their interaction began, Wilkins is completely speechless. The tension in the room lingers as Wilkins struggles to compose himself. His assistant, still in shock, steps back, glancing between the two men. Wilkins clears his throat awkwardly, rubbing the back of his neck. Wilkins' nervous chuckle. I can't believe this. I had no idea. You're a global superstar. Salah leans against the desk casually, his signature warm smile still present. He shakes his head, his tone calm and composed. Mohamed Salah, and yet, a moment ago, I was just a delivery guy to you. Wilkins swallows hard, realizing the weight of Salah's words. The assistant remains silent, clearly uncomfortable with his boss's earlier behavior. Wilkins shifts on his feet, guilt creeping onto his face. Wilkins, sheepishly. I suppose I made a big mistake. I didn't mean to judge you. It's just, I wasn't expecting. Salah tilts his head slightly, raising an eyebrow. Mohamed Salah, you weren't expecting someone dressed like me to be important? A deep silence follows. Wilkins sighs, rubbing his forehead. Mr. Wilkins, you're right. I shouldn't have made assumptions. Salah smiles again, standing up straight. Mohamed Salah, it's okay. We all have moments like that, but it's what we learn from them that matters. Wilkins nods slowly, truly humbled. He extends his hand hesitantly. Mr. Wilkins, I really appreciate your kindness, Mr. Salah, and I'll try to be better about how I treat people. Salah shakes his hand firmly, a genuine warmth in his expression. Mohamed Salah, that's all anyone can do. Try to be better. The scene softens. The assistant smiles in admiration, while Wilkins exhales, clearly reflecting on the lesson he's just learned. Salah gives a final nod before turning toward the door, leaving the office with the same quiet grace he entered with. Wilkins slumps into his chair, running a hand through his hair. His assistant watches him with a smirk, clearly amused by what just happened. Assistant, grinning. Well, that was unexpected, huh? Wilkins lets out a breath, still processing everything. Mr. Wilkins, I don't think I'll ever live this down. The assistant chuckles, shaking his head. Assistant, yeah, probably not. But hey, at least now you've got a story to tell about the time you mistook one of the world's greatest footballers for a delivery guy. Wilkins groans, rubbing his face in embarrassment. The assistant laughs again before turning back to his work, leaving Wilkins to his thoughts. Meanwhile, outside the office, Salah walks through the high-end lobby, still carrying the package. A few people glance his way, whispering among themselves. The receptionist, who had barely acknowledged him earlier, now stares in awe, realizing who he is. Mr. Salah, I didn't know. Salah simply winks playfully and gives a small wave before stepping out of the building. Outside, he takes a deep breath of fresh air, amused by the entire situation. As he walks toward his car, his phone buzzes. It's a message from a teammate. Text message on screen. Mate, did I just see you in a suit guy's office on Twitter? What happened? Salah chuckles, shaking his head before typing a simple reply. Text message on screen. Just delivering some humility.